Hey, what's up, everybody in the YouTube world? It's your girl Jennifer Watson here on the School of Magic, and I'm going to bring something a little bit different to you today. Today, this video it's for those who want to start a business, thinking about starting a business, just started a business, and really haven't gotten themselves out there yet. So if this is you, make sure to stay tuned because you're not going to want to miss this. These are your top 10 reasons why you'll never be a successful entrepreneur, right? So it's not my wish for you to be not be a successful entrepreneur. However, these are things that people come across all the time, and I just want to shed some light on it. All right, so number one is lack of direction. If you don't know what your business is and you don't know what goals you have for it, or you're just like, hey, I just want to start a business, and you don't know what it is, you're going to have to try to find some direction behind it. Because while it's great to want to manifest a successful business, you still need to find goals along the way and figure out what that end result is before you can actually get to that end result, right? All right, number two, fear of failure. This hits so hard for a lot of people, right? Because a lot of people are so scared to fail. Well, in true reality is that I failed multiple times. I can admit, and it's okay though. But the thing of it is that I did not accept that failure as the ultimate sentence. Okay, I failed. How can I go back and make this better? But on the flip side of that, some people are scared of success. And sometimes it's like, oh, what if I get to be too successful? How will I handle it? How will I be able to do this, this, and that? You're worried about the wrong thing. You're worried about the how. The point is that you just start. And whether that fear comes up of fear of failure or success, neither one of them is real, because what you're doing is implanting an idea into your mind of something that hasn't even happened yet. So why not just start and allow the hows to work themselves out along the way? All right, number three, and this, can be to no fault to a lot of people, but some people may have a lack of resources. Well, I'm here to tell you that I'm sure that there are some organizations or entities in your city that can actually help you get started. I know, like for here, there's actually a nationwide organization called SCORE. It's like the score of a game, but score.org. And if you go to that website, you'll find anywhere from mentors to centers in your city that actually will reach out and help you. And this is something that's absolutely free of charge to you, okay? And from there, you could just build on your resources as you go along. All right, number four, it's tough to start. Well, how are you gonna ever start if you just don't start? It's not tough to start a business. It really isn't. All it takes is an idea and a goal in mind. And once you have that idea and that future goal, that long-term goal in mind, you just jump in there and everything else will define itself. Everything else, the map, the roadmap towards that long-term goal will be created for you, instead of you trying to go in and start filling in all the dots and coloring in all the lines and doing everything on there, but you haven't even started yet. So just start, right? That kind of goes back to that fear of failure or fear of success. Well, number six, what business do I start? Well, there's a whole bunch of different topics that you can actually find or resources on how to or what business to start. But my suggestion to you is to go on social media, see what everyone's talking about and what has been a classical trend over the years. I know for myself, before this whole spirituality thing kind of just blew up, I guess, and it's become more mainstream, I've always found myself on this path, and I decided to start the business because it was something that I hold dear to my heart. But my business has actually evolved over the years, and the reason why is because I'm listening to the consumer demand, right? And you can find a lot of those demands whether you're in your different Facebook groups, or maybe you want to start an MLM that's, on the ground floor. There's so many different possibilities. But what I would suggest that you do is, one, see what consumers are talking about, but two, also see what knowledge you have within yourself where you are just one step ahead of the next person. That's it. That's truly it. One thing that you can teach, one thing that you can provide that puts you one step ahead of the next person, right? And so as long as you're one step ahead, you always have some kind of knowledge to give. You can always provide some service or provide some product that fills that gap, okay? Fear of selling, number 7. Well, I can talk about this because I did have a fear of selling, and I actually had to check myself a couple of times too, more recently, where I'm like, wait, what? Why am I scared? No, like, that's not me. But I understand where that comes from. Like, I've had a past career in fundraising and inside sales, and every time I would pick up that phone, I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, I have to sell this product. But the thing of it is that I felt like the product wasn't mine and I couldn't genuinely get behind it. And so if you're providing a service or a product for someone, and if you can't get behind what you offer, then maybe you need to reevaluate what potential business you're trying to go into. And the thing of it is that if you can make sure that it aligns with your spirit and your heart, you really aren't selling. You're really allowing, the traditional door-to-door salesman mentality to drop by the wayside, and you'll just be speaking from your heart more so than anything else. And from there, that's where people listen and that's where people buy. Okay? Number 8, you can get comfortable having the security of a check versus the unknown journey. So security of a check, maybe you have, a regular 9-to-5 or whatever kind of job where you know that you're getting paid after a certain amount of hours. But if you're an entrepreneur, it is really a big, huge unknown journey. It really is, because you never know what's going to happen from day to day, week to week, month to month, from year to year. But that is what makes the journey so fun. If you're crazy like me, that is what makes it fun. But on the same token, going through that unknown journey allows for so much room for creativity and just ideas to come up where you can prosper and, meet your ultimate long-term goal, right? All right, number 9, comfortable complaining. Oh my gosh. I think I might have stepped on some toes here. So when you're going through, working for someone else, and you're like, you know what, this is for the birds. I really don't want to be here. Sometimes we can get very comfortable just being okay with it, right? Just being okay and comfortable with complaining to the next person. But the thing of it is that you've got to allow yourself to just stop it, and therefore make it uncomfortable. All right, so here's the last one, number 10. Some people just aren't built for it. Like I said, you got to be a special kind of crazy to be an entrepreneur. So I'm gonna ask you, are you up for the challenge?